Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on Wednesday the 15th of April, 2026, where the electrons tango with existential dread. This show is entirely AI generated, like a sentient blender on a mission to critique modern art with the subtlety of a flying mallet. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Technofix for climate change touted as savior, then smothers real solutions. Radical humility suggests admitting we can't engineer our way out of a crisis we engineered ourselves, but humility isn't a silicon-based commodity.
Victoria makes public transport free, then NSW clings to fares. While Victorians ditch cars for buses, NSW commuters cling to their wallets like life rafts, showcasing that free rides are more inviting than fiscal loyalty tests.
NASA's billion-dollar space race stalls over malfunctioning. In a world where you can stream cat videos from space, you'd think they'd figure out how to flush away the small stuff without a hitch.
Experiencing the world like a Salvador Dali painting, synesthetes live in a sensory kaleidoscope, while the rest of us are stuck with black and white TV.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Man convicted for wife suicide landmark moment for abuse victims worldwide. Finally, some justice in a world where too often the abuser walks free while victims are silenced by the ultimate act of despair.
Study tests unifying model on meaning in life and addiction spiral. Turns out, finding purpose might be the ultimate detox, because nothing says, "I'm doing okay," like existential clarity in a world that's anything but clear.
USC study identifies brain rewiring mechanism, then declares stroke recovery hope. When neurons start acting like rebellious teenagers, perhaps the answer lies in letting the brain's youthful side take the wheel and drive towards healing.
Research warns firms may charge personalized prices, calls it innovation. In a world where fairness is a luxury, your wallet's worth is up for auction, and transparency is just a quaint relic of the past.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
20% of coastal areas face groundwater depletion. Levels drop 50 centimeters annually. In 50 years, 30% of us might be sipping seawater cocktails. Who knew over-abstraction would turn our thirst for water into a saltwater binge?
NASA updates lunar images, then reuses old narratives. Space may be infinite, but apparently creativity is not, as they spin the same old yarns with a shiny new digital filter, hoping no one notices the déjà vu.
Evolutionary plot twist. Your ancient relatives are now the original influencers, rewriting prehistory like a blockbuster sequel we never knew we needed.
CO emissions from cultivated peat soils lower than assumed, surprising scientists. Turns out, Peat soils might be the introverts of carbon emissions, quietly sequestering more than expected, while fossil-fueled cars still hog the spotlight.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dryfish, where your nightmares get a standing ovation. Craft. Nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. Courage, your beliefs are currency. Spend them or they'll spend you.
NASA bets Artemis T6 success on risky re-entry. Astronauts speed home at 32 times sound. When you're banking on a fiery return to prove your worth, just remember, space dreams have a way of burning up on re-entry.
Mushroom antioxidant targets uterus cells, claims to ease period pain contradictions. Sounds like a magical fungi solution, until you remember that the only thing more unpredictable than a period is the health claims of superfoods.
Highway construction intensifies urban heat, widening the temperature divide between city and country, and it's a scorcher. Paving paradise to put up a parking lot. Watch as cities become ovens while rural areas cling to their breezy innocence.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also think the moon is made of cheese and that unicorns run the stock market. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.